Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the Malaysia My Second Home program. I don't usually do videos directly on Malaysian immigration or Vietnamese immigration, Cambodian immigration, Laos immigration, Myanmar immigration for that matter. But every now and again, I do make videos on them because they have kind of a tangential impact, the expat community in Southeast Asia, in my opinion, is looking at the region as a whole. And I do think that a lot of folks kind of try to compare different jurisdictions to ascertain whether or not, a place is a good fit for them to become an expat. Usually, we're talking about this oftentimes in a retiree context. Now, understand, we're here in Thailand. We have a very Thailand-centric view of these things. We don't handle any Malaysian immigration or anything, but I did think this was interesting, especially in light of the fact I recently made a video about how, at least in my opinion, as much complaining as one could do about, there are things, retirees especially have not been thrilled in many cases with certain requirements that have been added on to retirement visas in the past few years, most notably the end of the income affidavit that could be gotten from certain foreign embassies here in Thailand, as well as the addition of certain insurance requirements associated with maintaining retirement visas in Thailand. Understanding that, I get that folks had their frustrations associated with that, but comparing to other places in the region, I think Thailand is actually very welcoming, very accommodating of retirees when you look at it relative to other jurisdictions. I'm not saying that is a one-size-fits-all analysis, but overall I do think it's pretty well correct. In a recent article from The Star, that's thestar.com.my, article is titled 9 Conditions for New MM2H Applications. Quoting directly, 9 new conditions have been introduced to the updated Malaysia My Second Home MM2H program, which will accept fresh applications starting October. Quoting further, applicants must have an offshore income of at least Malaysian ringgit 40,000 a month, a 4-fold increase from the Malaysian ringgit 10,000 monthly previously, as the government is targeting high-income earners for MM2H. Quoting further, Home Ministry Secretary Datuk Wan Ahmad Dahlan Abdul Aziz said participants must also have a fixed deposit with a minimum of 1 million Malaysian ringgit, although a withdrawal of up to 50% will be allowed for purchasing properties or spending on health services or their children's education. Prior to this, participants were required to have a fixed deposit of at least 150,000 if they were above the age of 50, or 300,000 if they were younger. Quoting directly further, the validity of the MM2H pass, including extensions thereafter, is now 5 years instead of 10. So they've made changes. They've clearly upped a lot of the financial requirements. We've speculated on this channel, kind of posed the question whether Thailand may do something similar. I'm of the opinion that probably not. I think they'll probably just sort of leave things as they are because, quite frankly, at this time, attracting and, frankly, keeping long-term expats, especially retirees, I think it's going to be, I think it already is a priority, but I think it's going to be increasingly a priority as, the economic situation just sort of around the world and even here in Thailand becomes, let's say, more tenuous. Now, Malaysia has clearly come out and said they're going to change this Malaysia My Second Home program. How does this have ramifications directly for Thailand? I don't know, but it may ultimately cause some folks to go ahead and choose Thailand over Malaysia in the future, but we can't really know that right now. So we will keep folks updated on this channel as the situation progresses.